What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are about to start pulling this rear end out. I gotta go through, take some pictures, mark everything, make sure everything goes back in the same spot. Get the brake calipers off, pull the shocks. It's gonna be a lot of work. But I did, after pulling this axle out, I determined I think it's gonna be okay. It looks pretty good after I got it cleaned up and really looked at it. So I don't think I'm gonna have to order a new axle. So that's a plus. Got my work shoes on and we are ready to go. Get here and pull my shocks off. Oh! They're tight. Probably too tight. Oh, there it goes. So I think I'm just gonna leave this shock hanging here. I don't really see any reason to take it off. Shouldn't be in the way. So before I go any further, I need to drain the fluid. Kind of getting ahead of myself here. All right, here's where I make a mess. Every time I'm draining some fluids, oil, transmission, it's gonna be a mess. Hold up. All right, here we go. Oh, that actually wasn't bad. I was kind of impressed to see that we stripped an aluminum spool in there. I was kind of impressed to see this aluminum magnet didn't have any metal on it whatsoever. Now we'll get the right rear shock off. Got the oil drained. Went ahead and took the drive shaft loose. Get this off. And the fifth arm and the bars, and that'll be it. It'll be ready to come out of here, I think. Oh, and the J bar. Gotta get the J bar off. Hey, there's them big earnings from last weekend. Whole $40. I gotta get this field line loose. I don't know what size wrench this is, but 1 1/8 is might work. I think I'm taking the fitting out of the housing. Nope, we're good. Oh, look at that. This is by far one of the most labor-intensive repairs, I guess you could say, that we've done on this car since we've had it. I mean, we put a whole new body on it during the off season, but as far as during race season repair, this is probably definitely the worst. So I hope I don't have to do this very often. So as far as I know, all I have left is to take the 4-link bars loose, and this bad boy will be ready to roll out. All right, I think it's ready to roll out of here. I got it on jack stands on these little carts, and this is probably gonna fall. I hope not. Look at that. I don't know how heavy this thing is, but I know that 4 9-inch over there is not light. But you know, this is aluminum, so aluminum. What I do? I had a small flathead somewhere. It's probably under my cat. Where's that flathead, huh? Where's it at? You laying on my flathead? Ow! So I've got all the bolts out of it. Seal was busted loose all the way around, so I guess I need to pick this thing up off of here. I hope this isn't too heavy. Oh, that's not bad. Definitely gonna have to be cleaned out. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that in there or not, but well, that's definitely the issue down there. There's no splines left. All you can barely see is just some lines. All right, so we got all the bolts out. This, I'm assuming this is the ring gear. It just kind of fell down a little bit there, so I'm not sure if that's, probably normal. Guys, I don't know, have a clue what I'm doing here. This is the first time I've ever been into one of these. So, don't take any advice from me. All right, let's see if this will lift out. Oh my God. That was not good. Look at all that powdered. God, I've got some cleaning to do. I think I'm gonna grab my vacuum cleaner and suck some of that up before it just goes everywhere in there and we have a even bigger mess. I'm sorry, did I wake you up? I'm gonna get, these bearings look okay. They're not full of shavings or anything. All the shavings stayed inside, it appears. But I'm gonna just reuse these, pull them off. God, you can see how dirty this is, but the bearing is actually pretty clean, other than the cat hair. And pull these off, hose them out with brake cleaner good, get them all cleaned up, and put them back on. I gotta get them pulled off first. But after that, I'm kind of at a standstill because I'm out of brake cleaner and I gotta go get some. So I got some parts cleaner and 2 new bearings. I'm gonna get this part here. This is the new one. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, put it in the freezer for a little while. I still gotta pull this bearing off because I gotta get the shims off the back side of it. Had to get new bearings because I damaged this one getting it off. So it was just too tight. Try to get this tube cleaned up inside on the other side of the seal here the best I can, which I know the most important part is on this side of the seal, but oh my goodness. It's good. We're good. All right, so I think this side's pretty good and clean. Set it over here to the side. It's looking pretty clean in there. I got the axle. It's pretty good actually. Got the seal cleaned up. Bearing race is cleaned. I got the majority of this oil cleaned up. I don't see any more shavings or the dust or anything like that in here. So now I'm just gonna make sure everything's cleaned up good. Set the ring gear back in, which I guess I could bolt the spool to it first. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that yet. Gotta clean this up a little bit here. But I'm gonna give that thing some more time in the freezer. I put it in the freezer because it shrinks it down, and the bearings will go on easier. It's a pretty tight fit. I had to get new bearings because I damaged the old ones trying to take them off. They had shims behind them, so I had to get them off to get the shims off. Come on, we gotta move you over here. So I guess while I'm waiting on the spool to get cold, I could get this taken apart and clean this up. I'm gonna take this off, pull the hub off, pull the bearing out, hose the bearing out with parts cleaner. Really see what's going on in here, see if that bearing's even really good. I mean, it still rolls freely, doesn't make a whole lot of noise or anything. So I think we should be good. I don't know. We're gonna get it taken apart and find out. Almost got this cleaned up. Get these threads here cleaned up on the end of this tube. I got all the other parts cleaned up already. Got the bearing repacked. Put this ring on here, and which side was this nut? There we go. Those on the outside. Slip our lock ring on, drop the screws, lose those. I just thought it was smooth before. She's smooth now. What'd you do with my wrench? There it is. All right, that definitely looks better. Ain't got all that dust in there. You watching 22 racing? Yeah. So guys, I felt like a total idiot earlier in the video when I was talking about the aluminum plug magnet. I didn't realize at the time that the reason why there wasn't any aluminum dust inside here or shavings is because of the seals. The inside of the spool and the inside of the axle tubes are all sealed off by this seal. I told y'all guys I was a rookie at this. Alright, so we've got both of our bearings pressed on. Got the proper shims on each side. I'm gonna let this thing thaw for a little while and then start putting it back together. Alright, so I just put a couple bolts in here to hold this ring gear on. I'm gonna try to set it in here. So I made marks here to get the ring gear lined up and set back in place and exactly where it was, and you can see I'm off, so I'm going to try to get that lined up. There, that should be it. Everything looks good, it's all seated. These aren't tight, they're just kind of snug. So I'll put all the other ones in and get them tightened down. Alright, so all these are tightened down. Everything's good and clean still. Probably give it a little final wipe down before I put the top bell on. I didn't replace the O-ring, but it looks fine. I'm probably gonna just put me a small bead of silicone around the fit here. I think I was missing that one. The rear end was missing a bolt. Yeah. So there wasn't one. You could tell there wasn't one there. Well, we got the rear end slid back under the car. I'm gonna pop this tire off, start getting everything bolted back up, the 4-link bars, the J-bar, the 5th arm, get the shocks put back on, brake calipers put back on. But yeah, I've already seen that come apart, so we're not gonna really film a whole lot of showing you how it goes back together. Basically just reverse procedure of taking it out.
Are you scared of coronavirus?
Yeah, you gotta protect.
Well, got the axle back up under the car, and now all we got to do is put the axle in this left side, put the drive flange back on it, mount tires and wheels up, and maybe Mark will make a practice lap around the yard, make sure it's going to do what it's supposed to be doing, and we should be good to go. Time for the drive flange. Well, we was about to put tires and wheels on it and go hot lap it around the yard and make sure that everything was going to work like it should. And we got to fill the rear end back up with oil first. So I think we're going to have to run the bumper to bumper to get some. I don't think we got enough.
Well, we're headed to the parts store to get some more oil. We didn't have enough to get it filled up, so gonna get some more to get it topped off, and then get a little extra for extra.
Got more oil. This is for 3 points. Darn it. Well, we got it all put back together. Got fluid in it. Mark's gonna go around the yard a little bit, make sure everything's gonna go as planned. Yeah, it felt like it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell because it's just spinning so much. But I mean, it's got yeah. And they're both tires are pulling.
Right. Yeah, I was looking at that. All right. Oh, let me get your mud off. Dad, burn it. It's a crate motor. It's just a crate motor.
Well, our test run went smooth. Everything was good, no issues. I'm gonna change the transmission fluid this week, and I'm going back to my 15-inch fan. You see in the last video, we put the 19-inch fan back on because it was supposed to be warm this past weekend, and couldn't hardly get the car hot at all. So it's supposed to be down in the 40s this weekend, so we're going back to the 15-inch. Well, guys, I guess that's gonna wrap this one up. We got the rear end back in the car. Everything's good. I guess I can say I know how to change the spool in a Quickchange now. It's a Winner's brand, by the way, is what we're running. So I'm sure Franklin or Tiger may be a little bit different. I don't know. So this weekend we're looking at Boot Hill, Thunder Valley, or Chatham Speedway, in that order. If one rains out, we'll move on to the next one. But y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you think.